Hi friends, I'm here again today going to share with you one of my favorite recipes, and again reminds me of my childhood. When I think about shellfish, something that really comes to my mind are oysters, and I'm remembering my dad when I'm going to cook this because he's the one who introduced me to this amazing shellfish, and we're talking about oysters. Okay, so what I've done is I've got a few oysters here. Okay, I have had raw oysters before, but these are going to be fried Goan style. Okay, so the ingredients that you need is just a few oysters. Okay, again some ginger garlic paste, some turmeric, salt, and some chili powder. Now add the spices based on your taste. Okay, if you like too much turmeric, add more. If you like it a bit spicy, you like a bit of that chili kick, go for it. Okay, and just mix everything together and leave it for about half an hour, 40 minutes. Again, the marination part is not important, but I just like it that way. Just let the oysters kind of like you know, absorb all the spices so that it gives you a better taste. Okay, so we can see that our oysters have marinated really well. Okay, you can see this, how it looks. Okay, that's our oyster there. Okay, now what I'm going to do is just make sure that all the marination and the marinade is kind of like, you know, on the oyster. And then I'm just going to take some semolina. Again, you can either take traditionally in Goa, they use either semolina or rice flour to coat this, but I prefer the semolina because in most restaurants and things they kind of like give it with the semolina. So again, it's entirely your choice what you want to use. And then try and make sure that the oyster is covered in semolina. And then keep this aside, ready for frying. You can see that the oysters are ready now. So now I'm going to take a pan and add some oil and then put all the oysters in there. It's just a similar way like how I fried the prawns. So just in the same way, I've added the oysters to fry them in a pan. Those who haven't watched the video about frying prawns, please, I would suggest watch that video as well. Try and let the oil kind of like get soaked into the semolina. I mean, normally these cook really fast. Okay, you can see that these are getting golden brown on one side, so just try and turn them and then cook it. What I do is whenever I kind of like turn it over, I just reduce the flame to low. Please be very careful during cooking. When frying, please don't cover this, okay? Also make sure that you always protect yourself, is really important. So be safe while cooking. You can see that the oysters are almost getting ready. I would say this one is almost done. Whoa, looks amazing and smells great. I mean, it's just making me so hungry right now. Just look at it. I'm just going to get ready to kind of like just tuck into it because it just smells amazing. Okay, so whilst we're going to get ready to plate this up, now traditionally, again, anything that's fried in Goa, you have it with rice, just like plain rice, and fish curry, and then you just have this with it. But if you want to just have it as a starter, you can do that. It's yummy. You actually don't need anything on the side. But if you want, you can have some salad, you can have it with mayonnaise, any ketchup, But I would suggest you really don't need anything. You just enjoy it just like that. Like you can see, I'm just plating this up. I try and get rid of any excess oil or anything. Now, if you're adding too much oil, then you can always use a tissue and let kind of like the excess oil, you know, just kind of like let it kind of like get soaked in the tissue. You can do that. But now you can see it looks amazing. Enjoy yourself and let me know how you find it. It's one of my favorite foods from my childhood memories.